and help evolve the program, it became more about not just intervention at the crisis point, but also how do you set people up for success so they never get to that point. All her time in the field in Iraq and Afghanistan, and we just needed to have people who were more proactive in terms of getting in front of the suicide issue. So we wanted to become not just a crisis intervention program, but also one that teaches people how to cope with all the things that go along with transition. And veterans is one of those groups where, while the experience is different for a lot of them, there were certain themes that keep coming up. And a lot of it had to do with a lost purpose or just not feeling respected in society, and things that were happening that seemed to get worse during COVID, to be honest with you. It just became to a point where we couldn't rely on traditional healthcare systems to do most of the work, because access to care was an issue, trust, a lot of things were becoming factors. So when H-Wave decided to work with us, the focus became, how do we alleviate pain, physical pain, moral pain, mental pain? How do we do that? And through that thought process, we began to think about non-traditional methods of recovery, non-traditional methods of pain relief. And this is where people like Scott and his program became what we needed to take a look at. You know, how do we get people off of pills, get them out of these hamster wheels of therapies that don't work? And as Scott sat down with me to talk about his approach, I became very intrigued by a lot of the concepts that he plans to use in his course. And I said, what if we did a pilot where we have veterans who may benefit, do this kind of as a cohort, and then we measure how the cohort did going through your program, so we get some good information about maybe other ways that veterans can find relief and find their purpose and things like that. So Scott was good enough to make his program available in this sort of pilot that we want to do with H-Wave, as the folks who are on the corporate side of this are going to help us make the case that if more corporations did this, we'd have a better society. So they're going to be the model for the corporations. We're the model for the nonprofits. Scott's the model for the non-traditional program. And you all are going to be the model for the veteran population, a pretty diverse group that's going to help us determine whether there are better ways to treat veterans than the way we've been treating them in the VA and in society. So that's kind of how we got here. And I'm going to turn it over to Scott to give you kind of an overview of not only himself and the program, but his expectations, and answer any questions you might have that speaks to your expectations as well. So I'll kick it over to my fellow Devil Dog, Scott Leeper.
Hey, Scott, before you go into that, can we have Jeremy Williams from H?
Oh, I'm sorry, my other Devil Dog. Sorry, Jeremy.
Just say his welcoming and give his little spill about why he's here.
Hey, thanks, Sherman. I appreciate the shout out. I'm Jeremy Williams. I'm a retired Marine as well. I was wounded in Iraq in 2006 by an IED in the city of Ramadi on my third tour. Like many of you, I suffer from chronic pain every day. You know, headaches, backaches, my neck's jacked up. And VA's done everything they can to kind of alleviate my pain. But at the end of the day, it's about how I manage it. And so I use an H-Wave. It's prescribed by VA. I work for H-Wave. I'm the Government and Veteran Service Organization liaison for Electronic Waveform Lab, which is the lab that makes the H-Wave device. And H-Wave, it's not a TENS unit. So let me just put that out there. It's not a TENS unit. It's similar but different. And the whole purpose is to eliminate pain and restore function. So yeah, I'm not going to get into the science, but long story short, if you have pain, there's probably three things that are going on. You have inflammation, you have edema, which is swelling, and you have limited range of motion. Well, what we do is we help provide the technology that stimulates not only your lymphatic system, but promotes circulation and takes all that waste out of the injured area and brings in nourishment and oxygen and fresh blood. So it's a great form of treatment. But you know, to go into the veterans side of things, you know, taking off my H-Wave hat and just being Marine, Every single one of you have served your country and deserve an opportunity to transition, and to transition the way you want to transition, not the way the vet center wants you to transition, not the way your mom or your wife or your sister or your uncle wants you to transition. And I think that's important, is mastering that mental game, because being a Marine, we're very headstrong on, we're going to go accomplish the mission, right? So when we leave the Marine Corps, we no longer are mission driven, because we no longer have that purpose of, we're going to go accomplish a mission. But now the mission, you're the mission. So I can tell you from experience, I've gone through a divorce, gone through a custody battle. I failed out of college twice, got a DWI. Like, I've been in the same boat as many of you have been in. And it's this cycle that I think we're seeing on a regular basis. And so what our commitment is to provide access to resources and support for organizations that do perpetuate a positive narrative in transitioning. So whether you were a cook in the Marine Corps or you were an Army Ranger, it doesn't matter. Everyone did something and saw something, and no one's service is any less than the other. So as I hand this off to Scott, I just want to thank every single one of you for your service. I know that's kind of cliche, but I really, from the bottom of my heart, you were part of the greatest effort in the 21st century to lead this country after 9/11. So thank you, and I hope this program yields dividends in your life. Scott, off to you, man.
Now it's my turn. So some of you know me, some of you don't. I'm Scott Leeper. I'm also a Marine vet. I'm going to share a little bit about my story, so you know who you're speaking with, who's working with you, and so you understand that I'm not some self-proclaimed guru, the second coming of Buddha, or anything like that. I'm not somebody that's going to tell you, hey, I'm the example, follow me. I've absolutely had my failures. I've had my mistakes. In 2012, I took my dad off life support. I watched him take his last breath because of an alcohol addiction. 3 months later, my son was born. And then within my son's first year of life, I started having an affair with my wife. The command found out, and I actually got kicked out with an other than honorable discharge. Now, the thing is, all of that happened for a very specific reason. If all of that didn't happen the way it happened, if I didn't get kicked out with an other than honorable, if I didn't have the affair, if my dad didn't die the way he did, we would not be on this call right now. I would not have partnered with Sherman and Sharissa and Jeremy. So I share that with you because not to just air out my dirty laundry, or not to try to show that I'm proud of the mistakes that I've made, but I'm sharing that with you because I'm human, just like everybody else is. The veteran community, we make mistakes. We have failures. There's a level of toxicity. There's things that we're not proud of within the veteran community, but we all have the ability to start switching that. We all have the ability to start changing that narrative. And it's not just me, it's not just Sharissa or Sherman or Jeremy, it's going to take everybody. And so when I got kicked out, I went through 3 different jobs where I was either forced to resign or fired, which led me to being a personal trainer. That led me to becoming a coach. And what led me to developing Alpha Lima Charlie, back in January, I started a veteran mentoring group at the local VFW here in Northern Indiana. And I also created the Vets Mentoring Vets Facebook group. Some of you guys are in it. If you're not, I encourage you to go join it. And within the first month, 8,600 vets, active and reserves, joined. And so that told me that, okay, there's clearly a vein that I've hit. Vets know that they need a level of mentorship within the veteran community, not trying to go connect with a professional that maybe they can't relate. Each week we're going to meet, and then towards the end of the 90 days, I'm going to just remind you guys that we're close to the end of the 90 days. If you want to keep going after the 90 days, awesome. Keep going. Remain a paid member. If you've gotten what you've gotten out of it and that's all you need, that's all you want, cool. We'll break it off. You can cancel. No issue, no question whatsoever. I'm not going to pressure anybody into something that they do or don't want to do. Okay. Is everybody good with that so far?
Yep.
Just a thumbs up is good. Everybody good? Okay. So before I go into the actual sign up process and showing you the member site, I just want to go around real quick and have you guys just introduce yourselves real quick. Name, branch of service, and maybe where you're from or something like that, just so everybody has an idea of who's who and where you're from. So let's start with Phil. Let's start with you.
I'm Philip Heidi. I'm out of South Bend, Indiana. I live in Orlando, Florida at the moment, but up visiting. I was Army Field Artillery Unit, and I'm excited about this. I've been dipping into psychology for the first time, and the awareness thing for me was like the biggest thing I could see with the COVID, depression, all of it, and it's important step for me to just learn more and keep everybody else aware about it. Thank you.
Josh, how about you?
I'm Josh Burkholder. I am currently living in Grovertown, Indiana. I was in the Army and was looking to get some helpful training.
Betsy.
Hi, I'm Betsy. I currently live in Dayton, Ohio. Was in the Air Force. I don't know. That's the gist of it, I guess.
Awesome. Michael. You're muted. You're still muted.
There we go. How's that? My name is Mike Glisson. I retired this past February after 32 years. Most of it was in the field artillery. So nice to see another red leg on the line. I've done quite a bit of work with soldiers in the resilience area, and I'm looking forward to see what I can learn here and see what I can help some others out with as well. Thanks.
Awesome. Christian, how about you?
Hello, I'm Christian Vega. I was in the Air Force, and I'm hoping to get a learning experience from this workshop.
Awesome. Opie.
Pete Stout, also known as Opie, from South Bend, Indiana, Navy vet, and just trying to find something to help me out here.
Awesome. Is it Nick?
Neek.
Neek. It was close. Still screwed it up.
Hi, I'm Neek Pichette. I'm Marine Corps veteran. I'm a psychiatric nurse at an acute psychiatric hospital. And I built the Cannabis Nurse Navigator. I work with patients using cannabis as an alternative, veterans as well. And I'm working on how changing our perception can positively change the outcome. So I was really interested. The perception piece parallels with mindset. And I just thought it was fascinating, the work that you were doing. And I'm grateful to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. And D, I see some USC stuff there back there.
Yeah, so I'm Denita James. I go by D. I'm an Army veteran. I'm a graduate student at USC in social work. And yeah, I'm here because I'm interested in learning and growing from everyone. This is such a great opportunity. I'm thankful to be here.
Awesome. We'll get along just fine because I'm a Notre Dame fan, so.
Yeah. See, more reasons. Just keep them coming.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen. Oh, Sharissa, can you enable screen share for me? There we go. Got it. Okay, can you guys see this? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Okay. So this is the member portal. This here is just the welcome screen. This is the dashboard. The whole thing is very simplistic. It's not overly complicated whatsoever. Just a quick welcome video. When you first enter when you go to the landing page and you plug in your email address and you opt in, you're going to get the 7 tips to finding your purpose as a veteran action guide. This second video here is a walkthrough of that particular action guide. Okay. This third video, Wheel of Life demo. So what we're going to ask of you guys to do at the very beginning is watch the Wheel of Life demo and then fill out the Wheel of Life. Has anybody done a Wheel of Life before? Okay, do you have? Okay. So what the Wheel of Life is basically it's just that circle that you can see, broken off into 8 sections. It's 8 different areas of your life, and on a scale of 1 to 10, you're going to rate those areas of your life. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Okay, and once you plot each of those areas, you're going to draw a line connecting all the dots, and then you're going to look to see where the flat parts of your wheel is, and those are the areas that you're going to want to focus on, right? So that's the Wheel of Life. And then when you first log in, a pop-up, survey pop-up is going to appear. That pop-up is a 10-question survey that we're going to ask you to fill out, because that's going to give us a baseline of where you're at in life currently, right now. And then we're going to also have you do a survey at the 30-day mark and again at the 90-day mark. And we're going to do the Wheel of Life at those points in time as well. What we want to show is we want to show what progress has been made since the beginning. Okay. And then this is just a brief welcome letter. Read it at your leisure. But it's really the same stuff that's going to be in the video. Now you see multiple tabs here. The top one is the one that you're going to be concerned with the most, the Veteran Mindset Coaching. So you see I've got 6 sessions in there right now. You're not going to get all 6, so don't worry about drinking from a fire hose. You're actually going to get just the first week, okay? That first one, setting goals around identity. Again, a lot of vets have an issue with finding their identity, who they are when they leave the service. Purpose can be wrapped up into this as well. So go through the video. The videos are usually 20 to 40 minutes, give or take. Just depends on the content for that particular week. And then the second video, again, is 7 ways to arrange your life to support your Alpha Lima Charlie goals. Here's the thing. The mistake a lot of people make when it comes to setting goals is they try to arrange their goals around their life. That is backwards. You need to be able to arrange your life around your goals. When you're establishing goals, how many of you guys have set goals and life got in the way? Exactly, right? You set those goals and all of a sudden kids got to go to school, or kids got to do this, or I got to do this, or life gets in the way. I got to take the dog to the vet, or you know, I got to meet my friends, or I got to go out for a beer because we got fantasy football, or, you know, whatever the case is, and life just gets in the way and those goals go away. They're now non-existent. No, they're no longer goals. They're a distant hope, right? A distant wish. Okay. So this, down at the bottom, you've got handouts, and that bottom handout here is that document. That video is just a walkthrough for that document. Each week we'll have outlines of what's going to be in the main session video, this one here, just to give you an idea of what content's going to be in that video. These handouts here, this first one, each week you're going to get a handout for the content, except for week 5, because it's more of a review week. And it's the P&I Survival Guide, or the Purpose and Identity Survival Guide. You click download, and it pulls it up into a PDF, and you can print it from there. Now, if some of you don't have a printer, if you can't get to a printer, that's fine. Just get a notebook, write out these questions. It's important to actually engage with the content. It's important to actually answer the questions, go through the questions, and engage with the content, because also at the bottom here is action steps. Each week you're going to have action steps to do. And this isn't some overly complicated, I got to go learn to be a black belt in jiu-jitsu tomorrow. These are very small action steps. Okay, if you guys look at any door you ever go through, there's a very small hinge that's moving that massive door. Action steps are the exact same way. Small steps create big results. Okay, so it's important that you engage with the content because it's the engagement piece that is going to help you move forward. How many of you guys have mindlessly watched videos thinking that's going to help you? I know I have, right? Okay, so by engaging with the content, that's actually going to help you move forward, right? And then the Self-Leadership and Communication Journal, get it out of your head and on a paper. I have a mentor of mine, he passed away last year. He told me once that if people were just to journal 3 times a day, there would be no reason for therapists. And he was a psychotherapist. If any of you guys have heard of Sean Stevenson, he's who I'm talking about. And that was coming from him, right? Because we're doing the exact same thing we're doing with therapists in a lot of cases that we're doing with a piece of paper. We're getting it out of our head and onto paper, okay? And again, I'm not here saying that I'm replacing any therapy. I'm not here saying that I'm not downplaying anybody. This is a do with process. This is an in addition to process. But if you absolutely don't want to go see a therapist, this is that alternative. So each week you're going to get the next session. So week 2, you'll get in 7 days, week 3, 14 days, so on and so on. These other tabs here, nutrition and exercise, transition, addiction, peer support, entrepreneurial growth, and MST, military sexual trauma. Those are all tabs coming soon. I'm in the process of developing a team to do those modules. And those modules probably will not be live until close to the end of this 90-day process. Okay, so just focus on the mindset piece and pay no mind to those, at least for now. The last thing I want to show you, media sources. So here I've got my Alpha Lima Charlie YouTube channel. Just see a familiar face there, Mr. Sherman Gillums. Just a few videos that I've started to put into, it's not very big yet, but I've done some videos for my podcast. They're here, so you don't even need to go to YouTube. You can watch them right here through the member site. The Alpha Lima Charlie podcast, I have all the episodes here as well. And then I also go through YouTube and I pull videos that I think are going to speak to the veteran population. So some of you guys know who Jocko Willink is. First 2 videos are from him, good and rough transitions. Highly recommend you go in and watch those videos. Eric Thomas, Guru Speech. This one here was actually one of the videos that really pulled me out of the funk that I was in when I was going through all my hardship. And I'll continue to plug some more videos in here as we go. But that, last thing, you click on Alpha Lima, ALC Warriors Community. That's going to take you to another Facebook group. This Facebook group is specific to those that are members of the Alpha Lima Charlie portal. Every other week I'm doing Mindset Mondays. As the other coaches get involved, they're going to do like Nutrition and Fitness Fridays or Entrepreneurial Growth Wednesdays, something like that. But there's going to be more content coming consistently through that Facebook group. Okay. Does anybody have any questions so far? Clear as mud? Sweet. I'm that good, I guess. Okay. How many of you guys are able to do the sign up process now? You guys able to do it now? Okay, awesome. So the only thing that you're going to need, like I said, you will need your credit card information. You're going to go to, and you can put the Zoom screen in the background. That's fine. But pull up your web browser and just type in alphalimacharlie.com. And you should come to a landing page that says how veterans are finding their new purpose and identity even before leaving the military. Just give me a thumbs up whenever you guys are there. Good. Okay, awesome. Those of you that are there, Josh, with you being on your phone, are you not able to do this yet?
Yeah, I can't do it right now.
Okay. All right. We'll talk offline. I'll get you set up if you need help.
Excuse me, I can't find it. Is it okay if you send it to me through email?
Yeah. I'll shoot you an email. And again, those of you that can't do it, Josh and Christian, if you guys need help with this offline, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to get on a phone call with you guys.
Okay.
Set you up. All right. So if you haven't yet, go ahead, plug your email in, and go ahead and hit yes, send me my free action guide immediately. and that's going to pull you up to the sales page. And if I'm just moving way too slow for you and you're already there, you're already moving forward, go ahead and plug your information in. By all means, if you guys want to watch that video, anybody want to watch the video, or are you guys good just to go through? Anybody watching?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Anybody watching the video? I can give you guys a few minutes if you guys want to watch the video. If not, we can move forward. Thumbs up if you want to move forward. Not the video. Good. Awesome.
I have to go get my credit card. I'll be back.
Okay. Man, that USC.
Excuse me. Can you send the code as well through email?
Yeah, I'll make sure you have it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
Excuse me. So we're just doing the sign up. If we're just doing the sign up, is it okay if I go? Cause I gotta head out.
Yeah, I mean, if you gotta head out, that's fine. Just I'll tell as soon as I get done with here, I'll send you a message. Yeah, I'll send you an email, and then we'll connect a time this weekend to get you signed up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, man.
Christian, have a great weekend.
You too.
You're welcome.
Scott, what's the promo code?
Okay, so if you guys are ready for the promo code, it is ALC Heal. Matter of fact, here, I'm going to do this so everybody can see it. I'm going to plug it into the...
You're plugging into the chat?
The chat, yep. There, it's in the chat. And I asked that you keep the this code private. As you guys finish up, just go ahead and plug into the chat. Done. So I know who all's finished. I was wondering what you meant by cone.
What?
I typed too fast.
That's okay.
Well, you got the corrected version back very quickly. So clearly you type fast.
Exactly. Glad I could redeem myself and follow up with it.
Are you all waiting on me?
Just to make sure you know, while we have you on the line, we want to make sure you're good to go. It's okay.
Okay, and did I get a promo code? Did we
Yeah,
get?
it's in the chat box there, dear.
Okay, thank you.
ALC Heal 90.
And as you guys are doing this too, so official day one is actually Monday. So we're starting on a fresh week. However, you do have access, once you're signed up, you have access to week one automatically. Okay.
Good to go.
Okay, awesome.
You're okay. So you're okay. So you're done as well. Give me a thumbs up, whoever's done. Done. Everybody's done. Okay, awesome. Okay, so the last thing I want to cover, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up here, so I can respect everybody's time. We are also going to set up. Now, there's people that are in this group of 20 that obviously are not here. We're going to set up groups of 4 or 5 for accountability teams. Okay, that way, you guys, if you guys have questions or concerns or things that you got to work through, you guys will have that ability to work through those things together. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to set up weekly calls. My question for those of you on the call, and I'm going to have to find out from the other people that's not here as well, it'll take a couple days to get set up. Can you guys do accountability or our weekly calls during the working day? Okay, Michael, good.
It depends on the day.
No, depends on the day. Okay, Josh.
Depends on what time, like in the morning or afternoon. Late afternoon.
Late afternoon, what?
Well, late, like anytime after 3 o'clock or so.
Anytime after 3. Okay. D.
Depends on day and time. Sorry.
Depends on day and time. So D and Betsy, what days work better for you guys?
Either Monday or Friday for me. Anytime after 5. I have class Tuesday, Thursday, and Wednesday.
Hey, Scott, we're spread across about 4 time zones too, so you're going to have to account
I'm
for
on
that.
the East Coast, by the way, so.
Yeah, you're 3 hours behind us. Yeah.
But you know, my husband says I'm on Pacific Standard Time because I've been doing so much work with Kim, and she's in California, so I'm up at 3 in the morning.
Okay. Betsy, how about you?
Typically Tuesdays and Thursdays. The time could vary, but if it's something that's going to stay consistent, for me to be able to at least attend the majority of them, Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be the best flexible if it's during the day.
Okay. Now, if I do, so my other thought process here is also to do in the evenings, but if we do it in the evenings, it will probably be groups of 10. And it might have to be every other week. Then that way, you guys you're not on the phone with me multiple times during the week, every week in the evenings. That way you can spend time with your family. And I got a 8-year-old that's tugging on my leg occasionally too. So, are those of you guys in here now, are you guys good with if I set up groups of 10 for evening time? Does evenings work for everybody?
Late in the evening.
For you, so you said your classes start after 5 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
No, my classes are at 7 Eastern Standard Time. But any other, like, it depends on what time in the evening you set them up.
Okay.
So if it's your evening, like 5 or 6 p.m. for you, that's probably like 9 o'clock, and I'm already out of class by that time. So.
Okay. Okay.
So if you did after 6, any day of the week will probably work for me.
After 6, your time?
Yes.
Okay.
No. After 6, your time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
No. Yeah. After 6, your time, because that's 9 p.m. and I get out of class around 8:15, 8:20.
Okay. If I did an 8 p.m. call once a week, groups of 10, so you guys, one group of 10 would go one week, the following week, the other group of 10 would go. Does that work for everybody here so far?
What time zone is that?
8 p.m. Eastern.
It would have to depend on the night of the week because I work the night shift. I work 11 o'clock at night till 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And I usually sleep before I go to work. So I don't work Monday nights. That's my only night. Sunday and Monday nights are my only nights off. So it's really hard for me to commit to something at that time at night with my schedule.
Okay. So what if we do this? If we, because it sounds like maybe Mondays would probably be the best bet for most. Is that accurate?
It is for me. Yeah.
Okay. Betsy, I know you said Tuesdays and Thursdays are best. Was that was during the daytime though, right?
That's during the daytime.
How about we do this?
Mondays might not be too bad.
Okay. How about we do this? When you guys get signed up, go into the click on the Alpha Lima Charlie Warrior community link. Get into the Facebook group, and let's start a thread on availability for these calls. All right, then that way I can see specifically when everybody's available, and then I can create a call schedule from there. Does that work for everybody?
Are you aiming for every other week?
I think it's gonna be every other week.
Okay, just to kind of know.
Yeah.
And my assumption is that you're gonna start it. Let's hypothetically say it's Monday. You're not gonna start it this Monday. You're gonna start the following Monday.
I'm gonna start the following Monday. That way we have time to get everybody into the groups. And I mean, we've got this call now, right? So I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot more to cover between now and Monday. So we start it the following week, the following Monday. And Mondays might actually be good because that's starting the week off, right? I think that's a good way to go. All right. So if we do Monday evenings, 8 p.m. Eastern, if that works for everybody, awesome. But we'll we'll start that thread, and then we'll go from there. Are we good? Does that work for everybody? Any concerns? Any questions?
Every other Monday, next Monday, I'll be in flight at 8 o'clock to Florida, so
A
I won't
week.
be available.
A week from Monday, you will?
Yep.
Okay. Well, and if we're other week, okay, that's good to know. I could probably get you into the other group then.
Yeah, we can get him in the second group.
Yep. Okay. Any other questions? Any concerns?
When do you intend on that second group being?
Possibly the same time. Just it's just in every other week.
Monday.
Yeah. You is there Betsy? I feel like there's a concern.
You good?
Sure? Okay. All right. Do you guys prefer every other week? Do you guys prefer weekly?
I think every other week is good. I mean, for me personally.
Okay.
I'm a weekly guy as much as possible, daily. I mean, it's good for some people. But,
Okay.
I think accountability is important. It's something I'm missing in my life, but I need it.
Okay. Betsy?
I think weekly would be ideal. Just the consistency and commitment to it.
Okay. Well, I can. We'll get it figured out. For those that want weekly, we'll make it happen. Okay. I said 30 minutes. We're at 50 minutes. So way overboard.
Way
Thank
over.
you guys. I appreciate it. I'm excited. I'm extremely excited for this because I mean this is extremely important. It's going to take the village to start to shift the narrative, and you know we've got to stop we have to stop this thought process that the government's not doing enough for us, the VA is not doing enough for us. Like we need to start taking responsibility for ourselves, and this is absolutely that jump off point. I firmly believe that. So guys, thank you for jumping on with me. Sherman, Sharisa, and Jeremy, do you guys have anything you want to add?
I just want to do closing remarks and just say thank you all for coming on a Friday evening. I know you guys are probably at a really long week, and to be on this call, I just wanted you guys to feel from us how important it was for us to create this for you. And if there's anything we can do for you along the way, we want you guys to be successful. This is a program that it takes you to definitely get yourself involved. I love the fact that you guys want weekly touch base. I think that's awesome. That shows your commitment to finding that growth and finding that purpose, which I want all of you guys to have. And just, I'm so excited to see in 3 months where you guys are at. So thanks for your patience. Thanks for being here today. And just know Scott, Sherman, and Jeremy are here for you guys. So do not hesitate. If you guys have questions, you know, hit Scott up first, and then you can hit me and Sherman and Jeremy up. But thank you guys for being here. Sherman?
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
I said, you said it all, Sharisa. Thank you.
You're welcome. Jeremy?
So the word from our sponsor, it's okay to say you're not okay. It's absolutely okay to say that. And so it's actually a show of strength to reach out and ask for help. I know some of us are kind of hard and thick-skinned and try to keep it, sober and masculine, but it's okay to say that okay. And it took me a while to figure that out, but it's important to understand that. So I'm here. If you guys ever need anything about pain management, Sherman and Sharisa can connect you with me. If you want to try things alternative to opioids or anti-inflammatory medication, give me a holler and we'll get you squared away. But
I'm
thank you,
definitely
everybody.
going to take you up on that, Jeremy.
Awesome, Betsy.
Yeah, I will too. Not for me, but for my husband. So I will be in touch.
Is your husband a veteran?
Yes, he is.
Outstanding. Outstanding.
29 years. He actually just had surgery today on his rotator cuff shoulder, the second shoulder.
Well, that's great. That's great because we have a post-op application, so we can help with his swelling and edema.
Yep.
He has
Oh,
edema.
perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I think that's it, Scott, unless you have anything else for them. What's next steps from them? What should they be expecting from you next?
Next steps, make sure that you're signed up. Get into the Alpha Lima Charlie Warriors Facebook group. I'm going to start that thread here in just a few minutes. Go in there, put your availability. Give me just a few times to work with that you're available each week that you can make the majority of the time. If there's the occasion where you can't make it on, I get it, life happens, okay? But just give me a few times to work with. And then from there, I'll make sure that the following week we have it all set up. And then just, if you want to start the members, if you want to start session 1 now, get a head start before the official day 1 on Monday, by all means, go for it, okay? And then I'm also going to send an email out to you. Be on the lookout for the email that has you guys set up in accountability teams. Other than that, that's really it.
Any questions from all the participants? Any questions?
I have a question, but I think it's more personal. So I'll stay after people leave if you have time, Scott. I don't want to hold everyone up.
Let's do it.
Look, if you want to talk about me, D, just go ahead and get it out there. You don't have to wait until I get off to start, going in
Well,
on
if
me.
you insist.
I think she just wants to talk trash about Notre Dame, that's all. All right, guys. Guys, that's all I got for you. I appreciate it. I'm excited for the coming weeks. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Have a
All right,
great
take care.
weekend.
Yeah.